to, I guess it's evening for me. If it's not for you, too bad. Welcome to tonight's Inner Sphere Coalition 5 Division A matchup between ABINS and KDCM 9. This should be interesting matchup. I don't have any really intro flavor, but hey, with me is Direwolf saying, you can see him below me, here to bring up maximum enjoyment, you know, like his unit, ME, maximum enjoyment. That's totally what it stands for, right?
Oh, 100%, totally. I'm just here to ensure enjoyment gets followed to the best protocols.
That's right. And, you know, it might be a little bit of a, you know, you'll hear some of that intro music again. I'm just testing for a sound, so that may show up here in about 30 seconds, just to give you a heads up. We are still waiting on KDCM to enter lobby. I will toss them another invite here. They are currently deployed, getting some last minute practice in, I'm sure. But hey, while we're here, I'm gonna send us over to the maps room. Let's talk about maps while we wait. This one, the light drop on. Oh, hey, there it is. I told you there'd be a little bit of sound. Yeah, we're looking at Vitric Forge to start off with a light drop. Usually a brawl. I suspect that we'll see a brawl. Light on light action. Although we've been seeing some, or at least me in some of the matches and scrims that I've been having, seeing some interesting tactic. It's not necessarily an in-your-face brawl for this map. Receiving a brawl seems to be a very popular tactic, which can lead to some stalemate, so I'm interested to see. Dyer, what do you think?
Really, the name of the game of Vitric is whoever controls the top is really just going to be able to dominate the map itself. Definitely expecting, you know, KDCM to do the KDCM style of just going forward, killing first, ask questions later. So I definitely think Bowser and his crew have more than likely prepared for that. So we'll probably see a lot of light PPCs, LPLs, maybe some snubs. Or ABINS, you know, considering what they did during Worlds of this past year, probably doing a little bit more of a brawl themselves as well. So
love to see these teams. They'll see how Div A brawls. I have not seen it yet this season. This will be my first one. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. But yeah, we are off to the races here with Browermans. All right. Sitting here just waiting on KDCM to join us here. Let's see. Is Jay going to... He must be getting his group together before they join because they got out of their lobby. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
So
I'm still hearing something coming through.
Looking at a little bit of the other scores and everything that's going on recently, we just watched 5JDX, I believe, beat EQ, right? 3-2, with EQ having a fantastic showing.
Yeah, EQ, very, very strong team. It's sorry, trying to get, let me see if I can ping Jay here.
We also in Div B, we had DSC have a really strong showing out well against Mech Enjoyers United with a 3-2. And that's 7 KDCM pilots. Pretty sure we're playing ISC.
Yeah, that's fine. They'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. The Dreadnought's just bringing the extra tonnage as befits his name. That's all. Oh, forgot to hit the button. Timer. Let's go. All right. Oh, hey, we should probably be on the lobby screen if we're not already. But yeah, this should be a good matchup. Looking forward to seeing this. We'll see how long these timers end up running. Always an issue in Div A. Not really much else to say here about the stats. KDCM coming in after a bit of a name controversy. got a little too close to poking the bear there with personal jive, so they have decided to go with 9 following their naming convention of last year being the Ocho. They were like KDCM 7 the team before. Now they are 9. Actually, let me make sure.
Really bad German pun here.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. ABINS coming off a very successful season in the Worlds. And tournaments before that as well, but also a relatively new team formed sort of to combat JGX there. Equilibrium coming in to sort of fight both of them, and doing so very, very successfully, I think. So
it's been very interesting to watch the big pilot shakeups recently, especially after this past Worlds. Kind of watching GRAM go and make his own team and picking up some really great pilots. With ABINS as well, just only getting stronger and only getting better. I think they had a couple roster pickups as well.
Yep, Siso being one of them. One of our old DPS pilots for a bit, but time difference there was very strong for him. So, this team I think makes a lot of sense. Very talented light pilot. Looking forward to seeing some of that work. We're getting into our lances here. Alpha and Charlie makes sense, both sides of the ramp.
Yep.
Nothing too surprising here. Where's my timer? All right.
I mean, like I said, like the name of the game is just going to be controlling the top and being able to kind of accept that, accept the push, and or just completely maintaining the map control.
Yeah, or the intensity. I don't think we're seeing anybody. I don't think we're going to see any strange strats here. I don't think anyone's going to take the bottom. I think it's going to be a sort of a top brawl. And if someone falls, then it's going to become a bottom brawl. If they do it right.
I think honestly, if it's going to be a topside brawl, which we think it's going to be, the moment somebody falls, that's a huge misstep and a misplay that's going to really swing the momentum of the game.
All right, here. Ooh, there we go. All right, we are. Why can't I launch? There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and launch. Head on over to my match view so I don't mess that up. In the middle of the screen, you are seeing Dyer's view, and we will be switching in between them. Sort of a new feature you're going to see from a lot of the casters here. After some research in the off season. So hopefully that's is an enjoyable feature for y'all. Right up here, this is our top. Yeah, and if someone falls, it's not necessarily the end of the world. The thing is, you can't take that fight a man down. Like, you gotta drop. If a man falls, otherwise you're 6v5 or whatever's left at that point. Like, you cannot drop for safety. That's just going to screw over your team. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see. I am on KDCM side, so let's talk about this. We've got 3 javelins, riflemen, and 2 centurions. Centurion's an interesting pick here. Riflemen running LB2s and small, so looking to pick up some of those trade. And these Centurions look like they're going to be snubs and LB5, so that's going to be their standoff trade. And the Javelins, of course, I'm sure are machine guns and small pulse. Yep, 6 and 2. Oh, med pulse actually, not small pulse on those. So yeah, they're going for a little more mid-range pokey. What are we looking at for ABINS here?
ABINS has a little bit of like they have a Hunchback 4G running AC23 ER medium lasers, 2 fleas, which I'm assuming is either running MPL small lasers or SPLs. The Firestarter K is running 8 small pulse. The Crusader they have is running snubs and small lasers. And then their 4P is running all medium lasers.
Yeah, interesting.
Go
ahead.
They definitely look like they're here to accept a push.
Yeah, and they are holding back as to do that now with Bowser falling off with the Crusader. Don't know if that's intentional or not. Let's see. KDCM takes the moment to push. I think they saw it happen, and ABINS is dropping, which is just the smart thing to do. Siso getting stuck in the fleet, trying to get some shots. If he, yep, there he goes. Okay, good job. Yeah, so now we end up with KDCM controlling the top with mid-range to somewhat long-range weapon systems. We've got a little rotation here coming over the top with ABINS pushing Bowser, just getting a face full of everything, probably losing an arm. I heard an explosion. Yep, that's an arm gone. That's half the lasers. That's a significant bit. Kong just catching it in the hunchback here. Damage all over the back mostly, about to lose half. But we've got Dual Softener and one of the Centurions just holding back, and Giggity trying to hold back those Centurions, going to drop at the same time. Bowser's Crusader going down. Kong Lord still up. KDCM needs faster kill here. They just are like that. There goes Kong. Yep. Let's see. We've got our two fleas. Actually, yeah, our two fleas, Syso and Plasaria, now under assault by the Javelins. Shone's going down, making this a 4-3 in favor of ABINS. Hop on over to the other side here. Jay holding up Texas Scrub Lord. We've got just a whole bunch of small brawls. Not a whole lot of focus here from KDCM at this point. Or really ABINS. ABINS with the mech and
already
armor.
Got legged with by the flea. So.
Yep. Yeah, that's real tough on KDCM.
The rifleman dropped to go help the other Javelin out here.
That I think was the mistake. I think the Javelin needed to come up, and yep, there it is. He drops. Scout Derek in the hunchback might go down. Maybe. He's halved. Nope. Take out Jay instead. And who we got left? Oh, well, there's Omega. There's our win for ABINS. Though ABINS not unbloodied. Nothing over 70%. And those being the fleas. Everything got pretty messed up. So could have been closer. I think some mistakes by KDCM not capitalizing. So let's see how it goes forward. Also, sorry for my voice, everyone, and a little bit low energy. It's a long day for me of casting, so conserving some energy for the really high value moments. Let's talk about some scores, Dyer.
Yeah, no. I just got.
And there's the 5-minute timer for KDCM. So that very quick match there, which was delightful. Should be the correct one. Yeah, here we go. All right, now we are moving on to Frozen City. Up list here. All right, Frozen City starting team 1 timer. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Frozen City. Are you there? Did you mute yourself?
Yeah, no, I'm still here.
Okay, cool.
So Frozen City historically has always been more of a long-range map, but with just how much of close range has been showing up recently, you can 100% expect to see a full brawl coming down with some more appropriate pathing. But right now the caps, considering are Capithid and Epsilon, you can see a lot of long-range trade holding down spots like Delta 5, Delta 6, especially over by the ship in Fox 5. But if we're gonna see a brawl, I definitely expect a push to come down the 7 line as well.
Yeah, I think all those make sense. I think Team 1 has a slight trade advantage, although Team 2 very easy to trade with. Both these teams, well, KDCM known for their pushes, but ever since they picked up, I think it was last year or the end of the year before, picked up Dubious Squirrel, they started going well into trades, sort of getting them trading up. So they do have some range, even though they are still well known for their brawls. Hard to tell from that first match which way they're going to go. Oh, we didn't update this. Oh, we did. Thank you for updating that. So yeah, we are actually, I should that API before I forget it. All right, yeah. So I'm interested to see which way KDCM goes with this, whether they go with the trade or whether they go with that brawl. Because honestly, they could go for either side. Team 2 probably the stronger brawl side. We will find out here. What is Jay doing?
Would it be a KDCM match if Jay wasn't doing something interesting?
I guess that's true. Jay, probably one of the most, I can't even, unhinged isn't quite the right word, but certainly one of the characters of MWO, to put it lightly. Always a delight to drop with him in faction every once in a while when KDCM was doing some faction Really fun unit. Good to see them up here in Div A still. After their showing in Worlds getting in there, so they got a tough match ahead of them here. But I'm rooting for them because, you know, underdog stories and all that.
Yeah, of course.
Naveed, I see that and noted that. So yeah, we'll keep it mostly on the main. We seem to be having a connection issue.
Let me see if I can't fix it on my end.
Yeah, I think it's just sort of probably more of a bandwidth issue. Let's see here. So we are coming up on 1.5 minutes. There we go. Warning out. All right, looks like we are getting into lances. A minute left to go.
Oh, yeah, there's the
They're
Bowser
locked.
lock.
Like KDCM was ready, just getting into lances. Probably got a quick lock from them. Oh, we're still on mapper and view. Sorry about that, folks. Really thinking about the lances here.
If you look at the Team 1 lanes currently, they're more set up for Bravo Charlie, so I definitely expect them to try and possibly go for Kappa and kind of the Kappa Theta hold with probably some of their traders up in Delta 5.
And we're
While you
locked.
look at KDCMs as well, definitely more so of the left-hand side near ship with 3 of their pilots in Alpha.
Yeah, that Charlie Lance is probably just to go contest Theta there. So we'll see how that turns out. Should be an interesting fight. Now, Team 1, a very distinct advantage in here that they can really just get coverage on Theta so fast. It's near immediate. So a little bit of an uphill battle from KDCM, but it does look like maybe they're going to trade or try to push them off of Kappa, given that Lance assignment. Check up on chat for a little bit. Yeah, we're just moving off of that. Cool. All right, and we're flying in. Looks like we got 3 Vulcans for ABINS with 2 Battlemasters and a Warhammer. That's interesting. There's a very strong wolf pack, basically a 3-man wolf pack. Let's take a look at what's on there. Almost guaranteed to be snubs. But let's see. We got the Warhammer with ER Peeps and Gauss, and the dropship is in the way, of course. Battlemaster with 5, Battlemaster with 5 VR large, and then our Vulcans are snubs and machine guns, and oh, 2 heavy machine guns, 1 small pulse, and 2 large pulse on a Vulcan. Interesting. So sort of a.
Is that the 5M one?
That is the 5M. Yes. All right.
Cool.
What are we looking at
on
for KDCM?
KDCM, it's 3 Stalkers with a ERPPC Crusader and 2 Fleas as their light mix. The Stalkers naturally running the 60 large with the Crusader running 2 ERPPCs, 12 small lasers, and then both the Fleas are running the SPL and small laser. So
Speaking of Fleas, they're in the back already.
Yep, I definitely think they probably would go for the Gamma cap here.
Well, Gamma's illegal, so they're not going for Gamma. It would be the EPSI cap, and they're already past it. So they're looking to not give themselves away by going for that. I think they're going to try to disrupt the traders here, get in their backs once the Vulcans have committed, which they're very close to doing. Probably as soon as they see that Kappa cap, they're going to push in. That would be my guess. Although Jay is coming back in the fleet, so I'm not sure what he's thinking here. Probably cross and get over to the Kappa side. Some trades going down. We see KDCM actually winning the trade here. Rick Rom and the Battlemaster down to 81%. Konglord down to 95 is the next lowest. I guess we've got Stone Temple and the Stalker down to 92, but KDCM winning here a little bit. Let's see here. Rick Rom taking a strike. Open in the back is really where that yellow is coming from, but really kind of roughed up in the front as well, but still very viable. Fleas looking to pick their targets. Probably going to go after Kong and the Warhammer here once they get a chance, but the Vulcans are mixing it up, the KDCM traders right now. See,
I don't think ABINS traders sees the fleas quite yet, because the fleas really haven't done much, and the ABINS traders are really focused on hammering down on those KDCM stalkers.
Yeah, and even that, like the KDCM stalkers, like they just lost a Vulcan for no reason. That Vulcan went in there and tangled with them, and the traders just said, all right, fine, we've got a little bit of cover here, let's just take them out. I don't think that was a losing gambit there for ABINS. Their Vulcans pulling out, looking for those fleas, and here we might have something.
Yeah.
Zelnega going in and thinking about it. Yeah, let's see. What do we do? Oh yeah, open up that torso, and yeah, let's see. I thought I saw Jay's lasers from somewhere. Maybe not. Yeah, Jay is back over. So we've got disruption. One of the changes off.
Yeah, Zell just doing some minor harassment, trying to get those traders off of the KDCM stalkers.
Yep, and 100% pulled Kong. Yeah, Kong is doing nothing right now, and that is good rain. That is good trade. Rick Rom taking another strike to the chin with Bowser there. Bowser mostly there, but yeah, Rick Rom open CT. Bowser actually still pretty fresh, but took a headshot there. That's where that's coming from.
Yeah, that right torso on Bowser is definitely not looking so well. If you notice, the KDCM
Zelnega getting legged right now. That's not good. Zelnega needs to do something interesting here with Kong, but Kong backing up, getting out of range of that, and Zelnega dumping a burst into the building. That was interesting.
You definitely look and notice that the KDCM trade line, they definitely pushed forward and took that advantage, with the ABINS Battlemasters kind of falling back a little bit because they're just losing that trade battle right there.
Yep, Rick Rom now open on a shoulder. It sounded like there was an explosion from over here somewhere.
Jay's right leg is open on his flea.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, Jay probably playing a little careful, just shielding the Vulcans here. Stool Softener taking a big hit there. Oh, Stool Softener is legged in that Crusader. All right, still running ERs rather than snubs, so not the worst of a hamper, but also he's been cooking himself, so that's a little tough.
Texan over here opening the right torso with his CT, soon to follow.
Yeah, this is starting to turn, well, it's hard to tell. Like, these mechs are messed up in very different ways, right? Like, the percentages, it looks like we're definitely at a KDCM advantage right now. But Flea's got the, Jay's in the Flea has that open leg. Jormungandr here with an open CT. Stone Temple just looking real toasted.
Kong's open pretty much everywhere with that right torso ready to go. He's already lost the light.
Oh, well, there it goes.
Yep. Down Kong.
So you running like an XL on that or something? Yeah, must have. Yep, so that was a side torso. Rick Rom is one touch.
Yep.
And then we're left with Bowser with an open torso here. Where's their Vulcan pack here? That's going to be what's going to turn it around for them. Scout Derek getting some Pop-Tarts. Texan still out in the middle with his Vulcan 5M. That's our large pulse here. So
Yorm got halved right there.
Yorm got halved. Yeah, like I said,
and he's open CT.
Yeah, these Vulcans are going to turn it around with the Pop-Tart disruption here.
Out of all three stalkers, Gigity's the freshest one, so.
Yep, and that at like what, 53%? 50. Yeah.
53, only opened in the left torso. Was Stool already open CT with that right torso open as well?
Texan firing into the because we got Jay over here. Jay over here trying some sneaky sneaks. Oh, well, excellent strike from ABINS there, legging Jay, leaving him in a tough spot. That's going to essentially take him out of the battle here. He's all smalls, so he doesn't have the range.
It's kind of almost as if all of KDCM's momentum at the very start just kind of went dead stop.
Yep,
right here.
Yeah, the Vulcans are really putting in the work though with those Pop-Tarts versus the traders. KDCM really needs to get. Yep, that was what I was gonna say. Needs to get Rick Rom down like immediately, and then Bowser probably not too far behind here, but they're gonna take a little more focus on that. Ooh, who's got the shots over here? Giggity getting shots on the Vulcans and paying dearly for it from Bowser. Scout Derek gonna come and clean that up or not. All right. Oh well, Giggity's a stick. So.
Well, if you also take a look at the cap right now, the only cap is grabbed right now is Theta, with Bowser taking out Yorm right now. So Bowser's 100% cleaning house right now with the aid of the Vulcans, which I really think right now the Vulcans are going to be the big game changers right now.
Oh yeah, and they have been for a bit. They're just, the traders are unable to peek with the crossfire from Bowser here. As we've seen, you know, Stone Temple pulling back to get some shots on the Vulcan and right into Bowser's shots. I think Stone just became a stick as well. Yep, Stone is a stick now. At this point, he is either armor or going to cap Kappa. It looks like we're choosing Kappa on that. Stool Softener trying to come up with the Crusader. Well,
never mind, there he goes.
Not getting very far. That large pulse. And Giggity's also a stick, so this is just straight up.
There goes Giggity.
This is just straight up cleanup. There's Jay. And poking out, but so close. KDCM could have had it. But yeah, their momentum did just kind of fall apart there. And Bowser, of course,
a lot on ABINS' ability just to kind of stay cool under the pressure and just kind of waiting and buying out their time. I think that's 100% what their strategy was coming into this drop, especially of just sitting there and just accepting whatever KDCM was going to throw at them.
Daidachi, thank you. Sorry, my voice is starting to go a little bit after my 2 matches earlier, and hey, I got 2 more matches to go, so we're gonna have some fun here. So you know, just bear with me for for a bit, guys. All right, let's see. Take a look at these scores. I expect Bowser to be pretty high here.
Bowser doing 647, his highest damage on for his team, with Yorm doing 665. If you notice, Jay did 43 damage in that flea, so him especially getting legged and kind of playing a little bit more of a standoffish with that flea did not help his damage, but how much did it actually help his team?
Yeah, it was a little more commitment from the fleas there. I think honestly early on, if they could have teamed up and really, you know, maybe cored out some weapons or some heat sinks or something on those traders early on and then just like left, I think that would have been better rather than leaving Zelnega there to... Was it Zelnega in the...
Yes, he was in the other
fleet? Yeah.
I think the really big story for ABINS was just how much work the 5S and that 5M did for them towards the very end, both pulling out 500 and 400 damage respectively. So they kind of definitely stopped all that momentum with coming from KDCM.
Yep, absolutely. And those Vulcans did work. For sure. We see a lot of the numbers in the heavier mechs there, but boy, those Vulcans, they tore it up. All right, swapping over to our lobby screen, we've got Team 1's timer started now. This is a side swap on this one, so the way we do it is the light drop, and then we've got the next map. Play both sides. We're gonna keep this orientation for the 4th drop, swap again for the 5th. ABINS looks like they are either rebuilding mechs or doing a large swap out, leaving 3 on their roster.
See, now here comes the interesting play. KDCM used all 3 of their stalkers for that drop. So are they going to end up pulling out Battle Masters, or are they just going to go, you know, more of the KDCM style of just pressing that W key, killing first, ask questions later?
Yeah, I think, honestly, I think the Battle Masters are probably very likely for this next drop. There's no real reason to save them for a heavy drop when you can pull out your 100-tonners, right? So that'll be interesting to see what they really end up with. It looks like they are getting into Bravo Charlie Lance right now, which probably signifies a brawl, I would think. Or no, they're Team 1. So that is
probably going to be another similar to how ABINS did, as a more of the trader sitting at Delta 5, Delta 6 with some lights or mediums kind of floating around Echo 4, Echo 5.
Yep. I would tend to agree. Catching up on some of the chat. Be aware this is a 5-minute timer, which is why we're just getting to it now. Naveed, I'm done living. That flea probably, yeah, pretty much. The fleas were very, very confused. Yeah, you could definitely see that, and I think the fleas were probably the weak part of that drop. Really just needed to make some more firm decisions. Ultimately, is what it comes down to.
100%. If those fleas went and actually aggroed the back of the ABINS trade line.
Yep, different story.
And they 100%. The game could have gone so differently so quickly.
Yep, absolutely. Which is tough. It's tough to make those decisions in the light. You got to listen to your I appreciate the difficulty of that situation. And I'm not sure who their caller or coordinator is. If it was Jay, like that's calling in a flea is a special talent that I've never had. I've known one person to try it with moderate success. It's tough. So I can kind of see some of that confusion. Maybe Jay trying to sort out what's going on, and that caused some of that hesitation there. But yeah, if they were able to just even like crit out a couple of heat sinks on Konglord, right, or secure that rather than Zelnega going in alone and dropping in that corner, I think it would have been a quite a different game. Just a little hit and run, keep them paranoid. Falling Ace, I think Jay is going to really miss that leg. Yes, correct. Clearly number one doing number one things. Yeah, it was good. And that rock there in I'm forgetting what the grid is. What grid is that? That is Delta 5. That Delta 5 rock is a very strong trading position.
Really surprised that we didn't see a lot more of the 7-line play just a little bit. I mean, the fleas went over there, yeah, but they didn't really ended up doing a whole terrible lot.
Oh, and they were staring at the backs of those mechs for like a good 2 minutes before they decided to, sort of split up. I think that play was correct. I think they were given an opportunity, they just didn't take it, fortunately. I'm going to prep my 2-minute warning here. We've got all 6 in on the roster here for ABINS. Oh, just kidding. We didn't want that person anyway.
You think we're gonna see a little bit more of the same thing?
I think so.
Or do you think KDCM is gonna have a little trick card up their sleeve?
Oh, I mean, KDCM could always have a little trick card up their sleeve, but ultimately, I think we're looking at, well, actually, no, we're looking at a Bravo Charlie. No, sorry, wrong side. Bravo Charlie stack on team 1. That just says trade for me. Otherwise, well, they might cut across, I guess, but I don't think it's likely. I think we're going to see more trade. And I have totally missed the 2-minute mark, so I'm going to give them the 1.5-minute mark. Should we get there? I like to be a little more accurate for people, but I get it. It's close enough. Let's see. They're getting into it. I don't think they're going to need it.
A little bit more of a spread out for the ABINS team.
Yep. That, what are we looking for? Alpha Bravo 1 in Charlie. Yeah, that's going to be a trade along that 5 line, I think, with maybe, one person to contest data. I think that's what we're looking at there. But here we are in our match.
Turn over to the ABINS side.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm on the KDCM side. So over to ABINS.
So with ABINS, we have 3 Catapult K2s, a Crusader 6T, and 2 Phoenix Hawk 7S.
Interesting.
How much you willing to bet that those K2s are ERP and like DOS?
Very possible. Let me see here.
The Crusader is 2-year PPCs. And sure enough, yep, those K2s are 2-year PPC, 2 light Gauss. We're going to expect a lot more of long-range trade from ABINS.
Interesting.
And those 7Ss are, of course, running snub and small lasers.
Yeah. So we've got the 2 Vulcans over here on KDCM running snub and machine gun. Got a Grasshopper running 5-year large, and the Peep and Light Gauss Warhammer trio over here as well. Really leaning into, let me make sure, yeah, all of them are Peep and Light Gauss. So we've got some similar thoughts here.
What's like, on that Grasshopper?
5 large, ER large. ER large?
Interesting.
Regular large? Probably ER at that spot. Yeah, ER large. And getting hammered fairly, well, I guess that's just an arm. There's probably not much armor there. But yeah, we've got some 7-line play here, though. With Texan Scrublord getting out here in the Phoenix Hawk. There's snubs on that one, right? Yeah. But burning is a mask to do it. Definitely drawn away 2 of the Warhammer traders, though, to look for him. Jay keeping his lines across. What is happening with those Vulcans? They are deep into territory here. And they've got a pick if they think about it. But that Phoenix Hawk ditches out, does not take the cap. So no cap pressure being applied here by any side.
Oh, here we go. Looks like ABINS is going to go ahead and take Epsilon real quick right here.
Yep.
They've taken Epsilon. KDCM's smart. They'll see it and kind of keep an eye out over there on that left side, just to see if maybe, you know, ABINS decide to do kind of what Jay and Zill did, but a little bit better.
Yep. Someone just lost something over here. K2 losing a bit of something. In the crossfire, both arms off of Temujin 40's catapult here. Not very important for this particular build of K2, but still stuff that's happening.
As if on cue, one of the Phoenix Hawks and the Crusader pulling up onto the KDCM Warhammers right now, and seems like the Phoenix Hawk definitely bit off a little bit more than he could chew.
Yep.
Who is that? Yeah, he has a little bit orange armor on that CT with Texan.
Yep, Bowser and that Crusader. Meanwhile, the Vulcans were tearing it up with the ABINS, knocking Temujin's catapult down a little bit, but Scout Derek coming in with the Phoenix Hawk driving him back. Zelnega open somewhere. CT, which is a tough spot to be open.
Looks like something came off of one of the Warhammers there. Let's see if I can. Yeah, but it was just an arm. The Warhammers are actually applying pressure over here on the Crusader and the Phoenix Hawk right now over by Epsilon. It's definitely a 3-on-2 fight, but which is how much damage ABINS is putting out on one Warhammer at a time. It's definitely becoming very evident that the Warhammers aren't necessarily working together too quite well.
Yeah, and you've got
with
another
Giggity being open on that right torso and almost CT as well.
And Rick Rom making his way over there right now. So it's a 3-on-2 on the other side here. Giggity open. Okay, halved. Jormungandr I don't think is doing much good here in the Grasshopper. I think he needs to change his position and support one side or the other.
Giggity got halved here with yeah, he's definitely not looking too well. His CT's almost open. Stone is relatively fresh, only losing both of his arms. And then Jay is shortly here to lose his right torso as well. There we go, right there.
Right, KDCM's
Rick kind of made this fight definitely more of a 3-on-3. There goes Stone.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Jormungandr moved out of that position. They lost Jay. Starting to get some shots on Kong Lord here and Scout Derek a little bit to support the Vulcans. I think it's a little too late. The Vulcans have the Pop Dart here, but Scout is applying so much pressure. Suicide losing an arm there. Giggity losing the rest of his mech, which is going to leave Jormungandr wide open.
All 3 of the Warhammers are down right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes Kong.
Yep. Scout Derek in a little bit of trouble here if they decide to press. But we've got Jormungandr here just losing another arm. Open CT though. Ooh, there goes Zelnega. There goes Jormungandr. Yep. So we are just looking for Stool Softener here, who is just kind of pop-tarting for his life. There's no real KTCM is down in caps here. There's nothing Steel Softener can really do to apply any sort of pressure in that way. So he's just got to
And
clutch the
Stool
heck
is
out of
legged
this. He
too.
is legged, yeah. Yeah, and here we're going to see ABINS take the rest of the point, or at least Theta.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
I think it's safe to say that ABINS has officially won this.
I mean, yeah, probably. I mean, Stool Softener being a Pop Tart, like these mechs are a little messed up, except for Rick Rom. I'm looking at Texas. If he gets a good CT shot on Scrub Lord, that could be over there. A little bit of a whiff there. CT on Bowser is also open, but Bowser's just going to close that up. Well played, both teams there. ABINS clutching another one, but again, not bloody. Look at those percentages. Rick Rom, the only one really not getting yelled at by his mech tech at the end of the day. Let's get rid of my
We're looking
W's.
at the damage score right now.
Oh,
Texan
yeah.
out here doing 471 with that Phoenix Hawk. Hong definitely put out a lot of hurt and a lot of damage before he went down with a 457. Bowser getting 5 of the 6 kills. And over at the KDCM side, it appears Stool just rocking that 399. Definitely kind of shows more on the damage side of things, really how well this fight went.
Yeah, 100%. All right, let's chalk another W up into the ABINS column. Drop 3. All right, swapping over our maps here. I'm gonna head on over the map screen for some River City chat. While I got these guys set up. Right, River City, probably the most lopsided of the maps here in terms of effective strategies. With the spaceport over on Team 1 being very strong for traders, and not only that, having enough space to back up to really receive a push if one is noticed. Team 2 having a lot of cover to play with, though, from the Echo 5 city. You could trade from the lower city, trade from Citadel even. And some push options. So we'll see here. KDCM holding back all of the Annihilators, though. We haven't seen a 100-tonner from them at all, or ABINS really. So this is probably my guess on where they would come into play. Let's see here how we doing. People throwing some pink, some Mercy Wings in the chat. I'm seeing the weather in 24-hour shift. Yeah. Someone checking in. Who is that? Yeah, it's tough times.
KDCM having the very stronger side here with Starport especially. So who knows? Are they actually going to do some more of that KDCM magic and actually start pushing a little bit more? Or are they going to kind of stick to more of the range trade that we've seen from them so far?
Yeah, I think airport side definitely, or rather Frozen City, definitely more of your stereotypical long range trade map, right? Like every time you see it, it's always long range. River City has some more viable push avenues. I don't think they're going to squander the advantage of Starport. I think they're going to trade for that. But when we see the team switch, I would not be surprised if there's a push involved coming from Upper City or Rock Garden there. And if you're new to the game, Upper City and Rock Garden, Upper City is basically Echo 5, Rock Garden is Fox 6 on sort of that Team 2 side. Stupid special rocket lerms you wanted. Excellent. Love it. Although Rocket Jab, very fun on these heavy drops. If you can pull it off, they can rip a mech apart.
KDCM stacked Alpha Bravo, so
yeah, that's going to be Starport trade, I would think. Although I wonder if they're going to send anyone for Kappa. They've shown they've shown the willingness to completely ignore caps, like we saw in that last match. So entirely possible that they're just going to try to trade it out and cover Theta there. Oh, Jay is locked. Shit. We'll go ahead on that.
not gonna lie, really banking on seeing Bowser pull out another Lerm strat like he did similar to Worlds.
Oh man, must have missed that match. That's awesome. I don't know if this is the map for it though. There's a lot of cover.
No, you put like a trebuchet or something there on Citadel. Just leave him there.
Oh, the Citadel Lerms. Yeah, that would be very interesting.
Definitely curious to see how ABINS is actually going to set up once everyone gets there and gets their mechs in, because right now they're stacked Alpha Bravo, so definitely more closer towards Citadel. Kind of not really worried about their home cap there on Epsilon.
Yeah, it's So here we go. We are getting into our lances. Looks like we're Alpha Charlie on this one.
Stacking hard upper city up there in Echo 5. So
yeah, that could be our
push. We see them push over?
I think that's probably what we're going to see with some Alpha to, I don't know, maybe take Theta. I'm not really sure. But they are locked. We're going to launch. This is match 4 in ABINS versus KDCM 9.
If you also notice, ABINS especially is 5 tons under, so.
Yeah, 5 tons in the heavy match is not that much, though. But it is notable. The nice atmospheric sounds of rockets and stuff landing in the city. While we wait for the teams to load in here.
I'm over at the ABINS side as usual.
Your casting bias shows its ugly face. Just kidding.
Hey, I'm just letting you have the shorter run, you know.
Listen, I appreciate it. Let's see. Of course, the dropships coming in from weird angles here is always wild. All right, what do we got here? A couple of catapults, a couple of victors. Well, actually 3 and 3, which is interesting. So our catapults are running SRM 6s. How many? 6 of them. Love that build. The victors with AC20 and SRM 6. Just going to do a quick pass, make sure we're all the same here. I can't imagine them being any different. Absolutely. With a Crusader. Sorry, Crusader over here. Saw the C's. Snubs and smalls for J. With Zelnega in another SRM bomber catapult. So yeah, this is going to be a push. Probably looking to push through Rock Garden. What do we got on ABINS side?
ABINS almost textbook brought DACA ready to go. The most unique one, there's a Kong Lord's Night Star running 4 Ultra 2s, a large laser, and a medium laser.
Oh,
we
interesting.
also have 2 Maulers running Ultra 5s, and then a Hatomoto with 2 Ultra 5s, an AC2, and 2 light PPCs. And ABINS, basically their staple light mech of the Spider 5K. What appears to be they are running light PPCs and machine guns.
Which is interesting. I like to run a snub on mine because that cooldown is still atrocious.
It's the 5Ks with the 4 heavy machine gun and light PPCs. So.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's got. I forget what that's got. I think that's got a little bit of cap excel, but it's still got that cooldown bonus, or at least most of it. It may not be the same as the 5V, but yeah, very powerful with a PPC and those machine guns. Probably opted for more ammo for the machine guns and going for the light, or maybe they're LFE. They might be LFEs.
Oh, yep. They already spotted the push as KDCM is going to go ahead and start pushing in there.
Yep.
Definitely using the buildings as cover to stay away from that dock as much as possible. But if you definitely notice here, ABINS already has a really nice firing line starting, and the lights are there to support them.
Yep, we're getting some shots in here on Bowser. Those catapults will eat legs for dinner. So we'll see how those go up. Looks like they're getting Temudishin in the back here with the Victor and the catapult with Stone and Jormungandr. Temu
is absolutely spreading all of that damage. Here comes in the brawl.
Yep.
So far, Temu's the only one lower.
Oh, no, Bowser is. Yeah, there it is.
Bowser and Temu, finally.
Ooh, yeah, this KDCM push is showing some teeth here. Let's see, Jay catching it from the Maulers and Kong Lord who are tucking themselves in Stone. Yep. Scout Derek catching it to the back.
There goes Yorm by Exo.
Yep, we are 3 and 3. Oh boy. Yeah, ABINS pulling out the brawl here, I think.
And HP is still relatively close to each other. Giggity's so far at 40% in that catapult.
Yeah, but they got that Night Star
now.
at like 68%. and just
Oh, there
dishing it
goes
out.
Zell. Oh, that Night Star is so fresh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like that.
ABINS drop right here.
Yep. Tucking it. I've never seen a fight go back into this little nook. That's awesome. Are they gonna? Is he gonna be able to get exothermic? No, and that is going to be to ABINS. That was
right
a
there.
very fun brawl.
Right there speaks 100% to the experience that ABINS has, especially being able to scout out that push properly and then come backwards and accept it.
Kong.
We have Kong doing
Oh.
900 damage for the ABINS side, with the most coming from Yorm on KDCM for 631.
Wild. A great push by KDCM. Honestly, they started to get a little spread. That's where it went wrong. They could have had him there. They really could have. It was very close. Well played both times. Swapping sides here. Can you take care of the banner swap on the scoreboard, please?
2 seconds, I got you.
That was a whole thing. Apparently my macro had a little bit of a stroke there. All right.
Not surprising. That's not the highest damage I've seen so far this week.
Oh no, we've had a couple of 1Ks, I think, so far
Yeah,
in the
I know.
cast.
Hydro pulled it at 1,008 against our drop in against DSC on Frozen with a quick draw.
Yep, I think we saw 1K in I think the Div G match that I casted as well. Some really good scores. Of course, this is comp, so like those big numbers are impressive sometimes, but it's about securing those kills as quickly as possible, right? So if you farm in, you're doing your team a disservice. Unless you don't have a much. Divs are solid. They did a good job. I believe that, Kelly. What are we looking at here?
Or it looks like KDCM's kind of splitting that Team 2 side right now with Alpha and Charlie split 3 evenly, but who knows, they might change it up.
Yeah, it is. I think that is the leftovers from the swap. I don't think they really changed it too much. It's up to ABINS here. To luck first, of course. Oh, we've got some new folks. Slavshan. I think it was in the last match that I cast. Doing the Lord's work in a damn commando, surviving as much as he could. Only been playing for 2 months. That's pretty good. If that is the ones. But yeah, just talking about the division breakup there. Which I think is probably going to turn out pretty well. There's always going to be some outlier in the divisions because there's only so much you can account for. But Gong Lord. It's really cute that you look to your right when you talk to Ivor pretending he's in the same room. That's actually kind of fun. Didn't even think about that. Let's see here. All right, looks like ABINS. I think I just saw some drop zone movement. Maybe not.
Nope, not a whole lot. One of the KDCM pilots left. Probably go put some more SRMs on their mech. We'll see.
Those catapults are a lot of fun. Honestly, the 3-3. I put mine with Artemis, and they just like delete things, yo. It's real brutal. Let's see here. ABINS pulling the 7-man, trying to mirror KDCM's first entrance into this lobby. It's gonna prepare the warning. Right, there we go. Gonna go ahead and give them their heads up. Like we're waiting on Rick Rom and Mudo to come to terms here.
For those of you that are just now tuning in towards the end of the match, currently it's right now 4-0 with ABINS having 4 drops, KDCM having 0 currently.
All right, and they're locked. Team 2, they're 5 minutes, although they
ABINS there stacked Alpha Charlie, so definitely 4 mechs that are going to be up there at Starport. Probably gonna see some more DACA again. Would definitely not be surprised, especially considering KDCM pushed them last drop, and then 2 on Charlie.
And
more than likely just to grab their cap and their Theta. With Team 2 on all Charlie, so that's gonna be Upper City with 2 Bravo. So would expect a little bit more brawl.
Yep. Always fun to see brawl versus trade on this map. Teams that are very good at trade will know how to receive in the positions where they are. Guess I'm going for a little tour. Hang on. Which makes it interesting where they really have a chance. But pushes against Starport, I think, are very interesting, and fights in that Upper City. Probably my 2 favorite places on this map for fights to happen.
I'm over here on the KDCM side.
All right, sounds good. And make sure I am still on the lobby screen. Let's fix that up here. All right, let's see. On ABINS side, we've got Stalker, Firestarter, Stalker, Banshee, and Firestarter. Let's see what we're running. Probably the 2 Firestarters down here. ES and D, the 2 Ks. What are we looking at? 8 small pulse on both, so no weird trading happening there. And then I'm sure our Stalkers are all ER large. ER large. We just saw that. And our Banshee, 3 PPCs, 4 AC2. So actually, these guys are going full trade. Not a whole lot of DACA to be seen. What do we got on KDCM?
KDCM is the exact opposite. They're currently running a lot of DACA mechs. The Hatomotos are running AC5s, AC2s. And then the Banshee over there is running 4 AC2s with light PPCs. And then we have a Vulcan's 5S over there running machine guns and snub. And we have an Assassin 21 as well.
Probably snubs on that one, yeah.
4 SRM6s on the 21.
Is it the 27 that runs the snubs? In any case.
Oh, looks like going to be a little bit of a scuffle here for Theta.
Yep, Dreadnought probably going to cap it there. Yep. While the Firestarters scramble away from their team, which is interesting. Probably going to secure up Kappa a little bit, would be my guess. Nope, just kidding. Turning back. Traders looking for that push, though. They are well back, not shooting at anything. They're just watching Upper City, waiting for a push from KDCM.
Yeah, like KDCM right now is just kind of stalling. A lot of the Hatomotos are looking over towards Theta right now.
I mean, they're getting no shots from Starport. There's some with some return PPC fire, but I mean, they've got the 2 cap. They don't. It's on ABINS to make it happen here.
KDCM doesn't have to do anything at all here. Just kind of let the cap game play out a little bit.
And a couple shots exchanging, no real damage being done. KDCM down by, mere points of armor versus ABINS at this point, who are still holding way back. Let's see. Kong looks like he's moving up and also floating a little bit. No, optical illusion. And Rick Rom is just tucked in here, like way in the back, waiting for this KDCM push that doesn't seem to be coming. A lot of fire not being traded while the caps tick away.
ABINS is probably going to have to do something here eventually because they just can't let the cap game get away from them. Right now, it's still relatively close on the caps, so they don't have to worry about it.
And they do have Kappa guarded a little bit, which is good. But yeah, there's not a whole lot happening here, and it will continue to bleed, albeit slower than it could be. Yeah. Honestly, KDCM set up for more of the trade as well. ABINS still waiting on it. Rick Rom's still in the back, hasn't moved. Konglord's moved up a little bit, sharing a trading spot with Temido. Let's see what's happening with the light fight over here. This is probably where it's going to be. The PPC is taking down those UAVs, making sure that we don't get any action there. And we've got a Banshee backup here. For that, for the fire starters, but KDCM
Looks
content
like
to sit.
the stalkers are moving up just a little bit to take a little bit more advantage of the range on Starport currently, but they're still over there looking, just waiting to see if KDCM is gonna go ahead and pull the trigger on this push.
I think KDCM's looking for this to turn into a cap game, really. Stool softener taking a little bit of a burn there, down at 96. Oh yeah, wrong side I was looking at. Yep, 96%, the lowest on the KDCM side. Texan the fire starter at 93, so that's a number they can drop.
Theta's swapping over to ABINS here soon.
Or at least neutralizing, which is smart. That's really all they need here. Dreadnought pushing in to make it happen again.
Oh, KDCM took it right back.
Yeah, that was such the barest of neutralizations. That was well thought of by Dreadnought, just get out. And here we go. We're starting to get more trade from Upper City into Starport here. Some blue lasers happening. Looks like ABINS losing the trades a little bit. Oh, I'm looking at Jay at 86 here, though. Jay's taking some hits in his automotive. With some fire coming here. Yeah, so ABINS has found angles on Upper City. I think there's not a whole lot of cover left to be had there. The lights are going to have to push a little here for KDCM.
Honestly, KDCM's DACA group here just needs to do something. Jay's already bled up to 27% of his armor. So right now, ABINS is just picking them apart at range. They need to do something here and probably do it sooner if they want to go ahead and win this game now. Otherwise, they could just sit and keep watching the cap game and let ABINS just kind of slowly but surely whittle them apart.
Well, I think that's kind of their idea. I think they're just really kind of presenting to make them lose a little bit of armor, but also to keep them from pushing. Ooh, who's sneaking up here? We've got Derek living up to his name, doing some scouting. Not a whole lot he's going to do from that thing. I think he's just looking to get a peek, see what's up there, see if it's trackable. Get a look at the lights who are now entangled. Let's zoom on over there.
And Scout's looking to pick a fight with one of the Hatamotos right here. He's about to get in the back of both Hatamotos here.
Yeah,
with Giggity and Jay.
Yeah,
Jay
so
already one touch in the right torso on the structure.
yeah. Keep an eye on that picture-in-picture there for that fight. Yeah, Bowser pushing up here with the Banshee at 56%, taking some big hits there. Really more open in the back though, and a leg.
Here comes some of the stalkers here. They're pushing towards Upper City using that bridge in the low ground.
Ooh,
Looks
yeah,
like
let's go
the
take a
fight
look
might
at
be
that.
starting here at Upper City right now.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some. So we got one holding back. Who's holding back? That's Konglord holding back that trading prowess. I think that was Giggity losing something there, right? No, Giggity's still full. Somebody lost something.
Here comes the Firestarter here, just ready to pick apart Jay, taking that left arm almost.
Yeah, Jay firing back though. Taking his arm off. Not a big loss in firepower. It was a three pulse lasers. I guess it's significant, but still a very effective mech.
Looks like Giggity might go down here soon. Chilling at a wonderful 42%.
Yeah, although Stone's getting in here.
Slowly but surely getting close to him with 52. With
Yep.
Zell rocking at 57. There goes
Ooh,
Dread.
there goes Dread. Yep. Oh, the light fight has gone into Upper City. All right.
And there goes Zell.
Texan
Both
getting
of the lights
Zell.
down.
Oh,
For
really
KDCM.
messed up here though. A little bit. Yeah, I think this is where we're going to start to roll. Rick Rom very
Down goes
fresh
Cole.
getting in here. Jay going to give him a hug, probably out of weapons.
Giggity has no weapons, is open CT ready to go.
Okay, yeah, so it's down to a stool softener here. who is just going to get teamed up here by Texan Scout. There goes Giggity finally. Fuel Softener taking the hits, halved. There goes Stool Softener, and that will conclude it. KDCM out of mechs, but with a significant cap lead. It's not going to make much of a difference once they get the 3 cap.
They just have to grab Epsilon, I believe, at this point.
They got to take Theta too, but yeah.
We have gained Epsilon. We've
There it
gathered
is.
enough
Well done
resources.
on ABINS. That's a
Will provide us
6-0 for this
huge
match. That's going to make it 5-0 for the total.
Incredibly strong showing for ABINS.
Yeah. KDCM, no slouches though. This one was probably the most lopsided of the ABINS victories, but the rest of them, they came away very, very messed up. They were a lot closer than you'd expect. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these.
Most damage done out of the match was coming from KDCM with Stool doing 628. On ABINS side, we have Rick Rom doing 549 in his Stalker. And if you notice, there's a little bit of a story that we told with Dreadnought's Assassin, only doing 74 damage there.
Yeah, they were kind of stuck there around Citadel, tangling with those fire starters, keeping them tied up. Didn't have too much opportunity. But yeah, well played to both teams. Gonna hop out there. We'll go to lobby view here. We'll wrap this one here. Looks like both teams immediately gone. That's all good. So yeah, we'll wrap it here. This is a 5-0 sweep by ABINS in Div A. So we will be back in a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean about 2 hours. Same channel for some Clutch v 2D20 Salvage Crew. That's Div C. I want to thank you, Dyer, for co-casting here, even though we're both feeling a little something here with you being under the weather and me being halfway talked to death and halfway through with the day of casting. So, and
No
thank
worries.
you, everybody.
It's always a pleasure to come, especially do it with you. So 100% thank you for the invite.
Awesome. Yeah. Hopefully we'll do some more. I'm looking forward to it. The casting is really a blast watching all these players do their thing. And once again, if you are watching this Div A play and you are new to MWO or you're new to comp, come on in for the next season. We're always looking for more teams, more pilots, more casters. If you want to get into casting, hop on in the MWO comp Discord. Really great community there that will help you through. And that's why we have divs. We got divs going all the way through G, I think, for this tournament. So if you're just like, man, I've only been playing for a week, well, there's a spot for you. You might want a few more mechs, truth be told, but honestly, some teams will make it work. And even like DPS GNX has a B team that's in Div F. So even some of the bigger teams, you can learn from some of the higher tier players just being in the same group, and scrims are always a thing as well. So I highly encourage you getting in on it. Even if you think, man, this is more sweat than I can possibly do, I'm not that good, hop on in. We're here. But we'll wrap this stream here. Thank you, Dyer, for joining me. A lot of fun. And what I say, 2 hours here for another match. Same channel, MWO Leagues. And while you're at it, follow MWO Leagues #2 and MWE's #3. Those are backup channels if you haven't already, so we can stream multiple, so you can get those in your Twitch followed. But have a great night, everybody, and I will see you here in a little bit.
Let's play this game.
I need another heavy. I've got TB and a quick draw.
I want to get fairly tight to it. Now, anybody who's going to be working range, I'm going to need you to fade right on this. If anybody's running short, is going to stay towards the top of the caldera if we're going to come out.
I have you in the Griff.
Sounds good. Well, that's the thing. We got to get to brawling range, so I may be moving us, right up to the hoop if we have to.
Wolverine of Charlie 4.
It's fine, chill out, man. It's fine, it's just a 5-star.
Komm Leute, redet miteinander.
15 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't die.